Hey everyone, my name is Andy. Welcome back to Namaste at Home Yoga. If you haven't met him, this is my cat Neville. He'll be popping in and out as we make our way through practice today. Coming back to another free flow, just getting things moving, hopefully feeling a little bit better, and we will have some fun with it. I highly encourage you to modify anything that you need as we make our way through this practice. Make it your own, adjust wherever you need, and yeah, just go really with your own flow here. We're going to start today standing. Yeah. Bringing the feet about hip distance. We'll build a nice strong support from the bottom up here, picking up the toes, spreading them out wide, growing nice and tall through the spine, bringing the crown of the head high. You can open up arms to either side, settling into mountain pose or Tadasana. Allowing the knees to be soft, maybe the gaze to just unfocus for a moment, or eyes to close. We will seal the mouth and allow that air to just flow in and out through the nose. Noticing how that feels as it starts to flow through the body. Finding an inhale to sweep arms overhead. Exhale, let them float through center. Chin comes to chest, softly opening the eyes. And find that nice tall spine once more. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, sit the hips back and down. Find your chair. Inhale, we come back up to stand. Exhale, sending those hips down. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, find your seat. And just hanging out there for a couple of breaths. We'll start to tune into the body a bit more. Drawing that core nice and strong. Allowing the tailbone to drop towards the earth. Checking in that knees and toes are pointing in the same direction. And then make use of that pressure in the palms here. Press them firmly together to make the chest broad. Allowing shoulders to drop away from the ears. Strong here for another breath or so. And inhaling, find your way back up. You can release those arms down. Step the feet a little bit wider. Maybe about a leg distance apart. Turning toes out towards the corners of your mat. Find an inhale, sweeping arms overhead. Exhale, bring it down to a low squat, cactus arms. Inhaling, we sweep, reaching high. Exhale, bring it down to that squat. 2 more. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Finding our way down here and keeping arms as they are, or dropping them back to catch the hips, maybe extending open to the sides. I'll leave that up to you. But just taking a moment to think about firing out through the legs, pressing the knees towards the back wall. Crown of the head still reaches tall, tailbone pulling down towards the earth. Find an inhale to stand. Release the arms and pointing toes straight forward here. You can find a soft bend to the knees if you need it. Inhale to a tall spine. Exhaling to hinge at the hips. Going neutral spine for as long as you can. Find a breath or so at that end point. Feeling a little bit of space in the back of the legs, maybe a little bit of a stretch sensation there. And then next exhale, releasing down towards the mat. And let the arms fall towards it, maybe grabbing for opposite elbows. An option to find a gentle sway side to side. From here, we'll start to open things up a little bit more. Release that grip if you have it. Bring that right hand to the mat, straight up below the face. Inhale, send that left arm open towards the sky. Good. Inhales, really open up, finding that twist, that expansion, that reach. And as you exhale, gently release, hands back towards the mat. Left hand can take the place of the right. Inhale, right arm comes high. Is this the new thing that we do now? Go ahead and find your way up to that second side. And as you exhale, go ahead and release, hands back to the mat once more. Let's bring the hands over towards one leg here. Finding a little bit more of a focused hamstring or calf stretch. Feel free to stay as you are, maybe allowing the hands to rest on the leg, ankle, foot. And see if we can let some of that tension go through the shoulders and through the neck. Let that hang heavy. We'll start to find our way over to the second side, slowly walking the hands over. Same thing here, we'll grab for somewhere around that leg, ankle, or foot, settling into a little bit of calf and hamstring stretch. You be nice and open through the back of the legs today. And once more, allowing some of that tension to drop out of the shoulders, out of the top of the head. Beautiful stuff. Let's start to point your left toes towards the left side of your mat. We're going to move into our lunge. Pivoting to bring the right heel high. Let's square those hips, get really strong through the legs. We'll bring it up to a runner's lunge today. Drawing the crown of the head forward. Heel comes back, float those arms up, finding a gentle lift through the chest. Again, legs are so strong here. Think about drawing in through that core, low ribs tucked in. Think about drawing the right hip forward, left hip back, and lifting up through that pelvic floor. Keep it here for 2. Legs so strong. 1 more. And exhaling, we'll go ahead and frame that foot. You can make your way back through your forward fold in the middle. And we'll find our second side. Same thing here. Right toes are going to point towards the right side of the mat. Send the left heel high. And finding your way into your runner's lunge, crown of the head reaches forward, back heel stays high but pulls towards that back wall. Go ahead and float the arms up. Find length through that spine. Strength through our lower body here. We have that really solid base. Pressing down really firm through the front foot, through the back toes. Drawing strong through the core. Even more so with the breath. Next one. exhaling to release. Go ahead and frame that foot. Let's step it back, find a downward dog. Wonderful. Opening up the hips slightly. Let's send the right leg high. Stepping outside of the right hand. Today, if you're craving a little bit more activation, I'll challenge you to leave the back knee lifted as we start to draw the chest forward here, shoulders stack over wrists, allowing hips to sink. And adjust if you need, just so the right foot stays directly under that knee. Sometimes we don't step quite as far forward as we need here, or if it's really, really challenging, that foot is way farther than the knee. Nice to be kinder to the body. Bring it below for now. If you're craving more, you can add that bend to the elbows, maybe lowering to forearms. Staying so strong with the breath. And if you're on forearms, I find our way back to palms. You can heel toe the right foot in slightly. We're going to pivot, finding our side lunge. Left heel finds the mat, right heel as well. Toes turned out 45 degrees. Allowing those hips to sink low and drawing the chest high. Holding for a breath or so. Then I'll find an inhale to lift, move through center. Exhale, we lower. Shifting into that second side. Go ahead and sweep it over. Turning toes towards that left wall, left side of your mat. Keeping the back knee lifted, or lowering if you need a little bit of a change today. We start to draw that chest forward, make it proud. And then we gently lower to bent arms or to forearms, or staying as you are. Really adjust this one however you need. Allow it to suit your body where it's at today. Keeping that pressure firm through our left foot. Knee stacking right over top once more. Got just a couple breaths left here. If you have found forearms on this side, go ahead and bring it back up to hands. We're going to bring that left foot straight back into your three-legged dog. Send it high. And back to a down dog. Wonderful. Find as much of a bend to the knees as you need here just to settle in for a couple of breaths. Chest starts to get heavy. And if that tension's come back into the neck, we can give the head a little bit of a shake side to side. Let that go. Inhale, float forward, find your plank. Exhale, let's lower to forearms today. Firing things up a little bit more here. Let's start to reach the right arm forward. Might stay on the mat today, maybe it lifts. For 2. And 1, releasing that down, same thing, second side. Go ahead and send the left arm forward, maybe to a lift. 3. So strong, 2. And 1, bring that back. You can lower to knees, untuck the toes, find your way all the way to your stomach. Hands can come rest under shoulders. Find an inhale to lift through head and chest. Exhale, we press through palms today, settling into a cobra. Come as high as you need here. Change up the intensity by walking hands towards you or away from you. And allow the spine to grow tall, hips to grow heavy for 2 more breaths. Taking that next exhale to gently lower. Finding your mat once more. Let's draw the right heel in towards the right glutes. Again, reach back with a hand here. Just being mindful that we'll keep the legs squeezing towards each other. Keeping knee in line with the hip. If this feels like lots today, please feel free to stay here. If you're craving a little bit more, inhale through the head and shoulder, the head and chest. Exhale, start to kick into your hand. Left hand is there if you need it, a little bit of support. Maybe coming to a forearm today or to a more extended position, but try and keep that drive in the right leg. Finding that lift through strength in the back and by kicking into the hand, respecting your body's limits. Exhaling, let's gently lower. Release the foot, and we'll find our second side. Right hand comes back to rest near the shoulder. Left heel in towards the glutes. Go ahead and grab for the ankle. Find that little squeeze in towards each other with the legs. That inhale to lift head and chest. And exhaling, we kick. Of course, coming back to that quad stretch if that's really feeling good for you today. Adjusting front arm for a little bit of support if we need it in our half bow. Breathing in space. Finding some activation, some stability while we're here. And exhaling to gently lower. Release that out. Hands can find their way under shoulders. Inhale, press through tabletop. Exhale, take a child's pose. If shoulders need a little bit more relief, or really want to let the back just naturally round here, go ahead and send the arms back past the heels. Shoulders melt. Forehead finds its way towards the mat. Tuning into the breath, the sound of each inhale, each exhale. How it feels in the back, in the belly, the chest, the throat. Hands are back. We'll start to bring them forward once more, pressing up to a tall seat. Sending those legs out in front of us for a gentle forward fold. Again, bring the feet hip distance, maybe mat width apart. Inhale starts to grow us tall. Exhaling, we find sit bones more rounded. Let's incorporate the arms for today. Inhaling, we sweep them overhead. Exhale, reach forward, strong, long spine as long as you can. And then releasing, allowing the back to round, allowing yourself just to melt forward. Don't feel like the legs have to be perfectly straight here. A gentle bend to the knees is just as well. Anywhere that really allows the back of the legs to open up a bit. Still finding room for our breath to flow smoothly, freely. Allowing shoulders, forehead, belly even to get heavier with each of the next few exhales. to walk our hands back up towards us. Find that tall spine. Collect the legs back in. Find a comfortable cross-legged position. If this means for you that you prefer to have your hips raised on a block or on a cushion, please feel free to grab one. Just going to give things a little bit of a twist. Wring it all out. Inhale, get tall. As you exhale, reaching your right hand towards the left side of the mat, towards that left leg. Again, use that gentle pressure against the leg, or allow the arms to float up, maybe finding those genie arms, hands and elbows can stack. Challenging the core a little bit more just to ensure that it is fully supporting us in this twist. And then exhaling through center, we can release the arms if we have them lifted. Find our way into the second side, moving at your own pace. Settle into your twist. And find an arm variation that is suiting you today. Maybe challenging the core with genie arms, or finding gentle support at the legs. Two more. Exhaling to come back through center, releasing arms however you have them here. And taking a moment again just to settle back in. We started standing today. We're going to finish in this seat. So allow yourself to grow tall out of your sit bones, tall out of the waist. Allow the eyes to close, your gaze to soften. Give yourself a little bit of gratitude for your work in this practice. I have a lot of gratitude for you for doing this with me, for trying something new, and for really going with the flow as we went through. Neville always keeping me on my toes over here. Maybe letting go of expectations that you had for yourself in this practice today, whatever those may be. Even if all you did was breathe a little bit deeper, find the gentlest movement still benefits you so much. Let's float hands through center, allowing chin to come to chest, softly opening the eyes. You can find that tall spine. And again, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it and the bonus entertainment that my cat always loves to bring to practices. And we will see you again soon. Namaste.